Harassment and abuse are a serious problem in many workplaces and can have devastating impacts on those affected by it. As such, employers must take steps to ensure that they are able to document any evidence of harassment or abuse that they witness or are made aware of. To do this, employers should create tools for documenting evidence of harassment and abuse. The first step in creating tools for documenting evidence of harassment and abuse is to develop a policy for employees to follow when they witness or are made aware of any incident of harassment or abuse. This policy should include the steps that employees should take to report any incidents and the process for documenting any evidence. This policy should also include procedures for how the evidence will be stored and kept secure, as well as the timeline for when the evidence should be provided to the appropriate authorities. Another important tool for documenting evidence of harassment and abuse is to create an incident report form. This form should include the details of the incident, including the date, time, location, and any relevant details. It should also include the names of any witnesses or victims, as well as the details of any actions taken in response. This form should be easy to access and use, and should be made available to all employees. In addition to creating tools to document evidence of harassment and abuse, employers should also ensure that their employees are properly trained on how to recognize and report any incidents of harassment or abuse that they witness or are made aware of. This training should cover the company's policy on harassment and abuse, as well as any legal implications of reporting such incidents. Training should also include guidance on how to document any evidence of harassment or abuse, and on how to respond appropriately to any incident. Finally, employers should create a system for reviewing and responding to any evidence of harassment or abuse that is reported. This system should include the steps for determining the validity of the evidence, as well as the procedures for taking any necessary action. This system should also include the protocols for providing support to any victims or witnesses, including how to provide them with the necessary resources and assistance. By taking the steps outlined above to create tools for documenting evidence of harassment and abuse, employers can ensure that their workplaces are safe and free from harassment and abuse. Doing so will not only protect their employees, but will also help to protect their reputation and their bottom line.